Hey, Kara.
Yeah?
What do you think of my banana?
Grow up.
Hey, you know what they say? Banana a day helps keep the stress away.
Sexual harassment. Unless we've been living in a cave the last 20 years, most of us probably know it's one of the fastest ways to end up looking for a new job. But what some of us haven't figured out yet is there's more to workplace discrimination and harassment than just sex.
I'm sorry, but I just think fat people are... Ugh.
It's a free country and I can listen to what I want to listen to.
We should put some warning lights on you or something, huh?
You know, with all the court cases that have been going on and the changes in the laws, there's a lot of different ways people can end up doing something that can get them into trouble.
For all practical purposes, the legal definitions of both harassment and discrimination have been significantly expanded by the courts. The courts have now said that both harassing and discriminating behavior can be based on things like religion, pregnancy, national origin, disability, race, ethnicity, age, gender, or any other protected status.
Just about anyone can be the target of discriminatory harassment, and that's why we all need to do what we can to prevent it. But hey, you know, a lot of us figure, hey, I keep myself in line. If you want to do something stupid, that's your business. Big mistake, because harassment and discrimination hurt everyone. They lower productivity and morale. Customers go someplace else. And the lawsuits cost all of us in the form of lost raises, promotions, and jobs. And what's even worse, because we don't take the time to understand what discriminatory harassment really looks like, we can wind up doing some things that are, well, pretty stupid. And we wind up getting ourselves and our organizations into deep trouble. So what kind of things am I talking about? You'd be surprised.
Have you heard those lyrics? That's sick.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
Yeah?
could you like change the station?
For what?
We don't really appreciate the words to these songs. You know, I mean, all that talk about doing violent stuff.
Give me a break.
I'm serious.
Yeah, we'll get over it. It's a free country and I can listen to what I want to listen to.
You know, there are a lot of us that figure free speech means free speech pretty much whenever. Wrong.
Most people don't realize that there's a big difference in how First Amendment free speech rights apply at work versus in public. For example, you don't have the automatic right to play music on the job that has violent lyrics or that puts down women or any other group, especially if a coworker finds it offensive.
That means we can listen to anything we want to in our cars. But do it on the job, and we could be charged with harassment. And chances are pretty good we'd lose.
He was huge.
Who was huge?
Well, I had this party last night.
Yeah, Kim running some movies.
One of the movies was Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy, and he had this fat suit. I mean, he must have weighed like, what, 500 pounds?
No way.
No, really, he looked like James.
Can you imagine letting yourself get that big?
I don't think so. You'd always have to buy 2 plane tickets, and your clothes would always look, you know, sort of like sacks with armholes.
I'm sorry, but I just think fat people are... Ugh.
Might be hard to believe, but just talking about some of the things we've seen at the movies or on TV can get us in big trouble.
Openly talking about content that offends a coworker, for example, making an unfavorable comparison to someone you work with, or talking about a violence or sex-filled scene from a film, could lead to a charge of creating a hostile work environment.
You know, my mom used to always tell me, if you don't watch what you say around people, it can get you into trouble. She was right.
Excuse me, sorry to interrupt.
Yes?
Do you have those results yet? Well, I'm a little busy right now.
Yes, I understand, but I really need those if I'm going to finish my analysis by the end of the week.
I'll let you know when they're done.
All right. Thanks.
I thought you said you got those results back 2 days ago.
Well, I did. But he doesn't know that.
Obviously. But why didn't you tell him?
I will. Thursday.
Thursday? That's not much time.
That's the point. He won't be able to finish his analysis, it won't be complete, and Samuels will have to take him off the team.
That doesn't make sense. Hakeem does a great job.
He does. But having him on our team right now isn't such a smart thing.
Okay.
His name's Hakeem.
Yeah.
He's from the Middle East, right?
Actually, I think he's from Columbus, Ohio.
Look, I don't have anything against him personally, but the last thing I want right now is to be saddled with someone who spends their breaks on the floor praying.
We all bring our own view of the world to work with us every day. And sooner or later, we're going to work side by side with someone whose background and experience is light years different from ours. But treating somebody with anything less than professionalism and respect for whatever reason, it's a big mistake.
From a legal perspective, singling anyone out for isolation, gossip, ridicule, or worse yet, actually sabotaging their ability to do their job can easily lead to charges of harassment. And if your actions result in things like the loss of a job, position, raise, or promotion, both you and the entire organization can end up on the wrong end of a discrimination lawsuit.
Hey, we're not always going to like everybody we work with, but that's no excuse to not treat everybody with dignity and respect. You know what I'm saying?
That was all she wrote.
Hey.
Hey,
What's that all about?
I just heard she tried to kill herself a while ago.
Yeah, she took an overdose.
Are you serious?
Oh, come on, everybody knows. She's been on that medication for, what's it called?
Chemical imbalance of some kind.
Well, that explains a lot. I've been wondering why Reynolds and Bishop kept cracking those straitjacket jokes around her. Probably better tell Wilson. Huh?
What for?
Because I know he's planning on giving her a raise and moving her to the second shift just to get her out of that mess with those two. But man, if everybody knows...
Putting her on second would be a big mistake. I mean, those guys are even worse.
Yeah, and the last thing Wilson needs is to push her over the edge one more time.
How many times have you found out something about somebody you work with and you don't mean to, but you end up treating the person differently? Believe it or not, that could end up being a bad thing.
Even if it's based in fact, open discussion of a coworker's personal life can lead to charges of harassment and discrimination. For example, if a coworker is treated differently because everyone knows she suffers from a mental or medical problem, she may well be able to sue for discriminatory harassment, and chances are good she would win in court.
Bottom line, we need to keep our mouths shut about anybody's personal anything. If it's not directly related to the job, it's none of our business.
So I'll pull this stuff together for you by next Tuesday.
That'll be great. Hey, listen, before you leave, can I talk to you about something?
Yeah, sure. What?
You seemed a little, I don't know, distracted lately. Something going on?
It's that obvious, huh?
Yeah, to me it is.
Angie and I, we kind of hit a rut, you know.
That's what I thought.
What's this?
You need to go to my church's marriage encounter with your wife.
Sam, we've already had this conversation.
I know, but my wife and I went last year, and it really helped us.
Well, like I said, I'll think about it.
No, I'm serious. You and Angie should go. I mean, the things I learned about what God really expects from us in a marriage, I'm telling you, it will change your life.
Look, church and... it's just really not my thing.
That's how you feel now, but believe me, when you get a chance to really get to know how God wants us to live, you know, how we're to honor our wives and how they're to honor and respect us, you need to do this, Ben. You really do.
There's an old saying that goes, there's two things you never want to talk about while you're at work: religion and politics. It's still true.
It can be one thing to casually ask someone to attend services with you, but when you repeatedly and openly talk about your religious beliefs to the point that it offends a coworker, you can easily face a discriminatory harassment lawsuit.
Of course, it's okay to believe what you want to believe and vote the way you want to vote. Just keep it to yourself while you're at work.
Oh, I'm sorry I didn't see you there.
Yeah, I can understand why.
Well,
Maybe we should put some warning lights on you or something.
right.
I'm just trying to help. You know, when my wife was pregnant, she would have done just about anything to get that kid to pop. I know, we could get the guys to run you up and down on the forklift. Maybe we'll shake that little tyke loose, huh?
You know, there are some of us who figure a pregnant joke or two is just something that comes with the territory. It's no big deal. Well, those days are over.
Someone who is pregnant is a member of a protected group under the law. Even if it's unintentional, repeated comments or jokes about a coworker's pregnancy can result in creating a hostile working environment, and in some cases can also lead to charges of discrimination.
So, when it comes to pregnant coworkers, the safest thing to do is, if you can't say something nice, just don't say it. So what's this all add up to? Like I said before, harassment and discrimination aren't what they used to be.
As far as the courts are concerned, harassment is any kind of behavior that is severe or pervasive enough to create a hostile work environment. And depending on the jurisdiction, harassment or discrimination can be based on anything from race and religion to sexual orientation and marital status to receipt of public assistance or dishonorable discharge from the military.
In other words, it's not just about sex anymore. And you know what? It shouldn't be. Because all of us have a right to come to work and have it be a place where we're respected, where we're treated fairly, where we can focus on our work and do a good job. That means we need to keep ourselves in line. And it means we need to speak up if we know somebody else is a victim of discriminatory harassment. Not just because it's the law, but because it's the right thing to do. I'll see you around.